Right, this one is called the parallel park. So the parallel park is when we've got our left hand playing normally, but our right stick is placed on our arm and being played so that the fulcrum of the stick is on the arm. So if I get rid of this stick, step one is just to get used to having your hand out as if you're shaking someone's hand, resting that stick somewhere in this kind of area here. I mean, there's a little bit of a bone that sticks out here, so I kind of rest it somewhere around there. I could go to the very end, but I certainly want it in that part of my arm. And then just have a go at practicing tapping the stick. So I'm 2/3 of the way up the stick, like I do with my left hand. I'm tapping the stick and it bounces back up. So I can't hold it too high because the stick's and I can't hold it too low. You've got to get that height just correct, which means for some people you might have to crouch a little. Now it's actually easier to do quite fast. Now what eventually happens, if you go too low, the stick will start to go that way, down my arm. If I lift up, it comes back again. So eventually you can actually control the stick by going higher or lower. So step one is to practice that. Maybe a bit higher up the arm. Eventually though, step two is where we play something with our left hand, so you might do single strokes. So I'm going right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, or left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. So I'm going. Now there's a million patterns I could do. If you think of anything you could play, if I play Herters. I don't know. There's a lot of patterns that I can start to make up. I've seen people do paradiddles and all sorts of things. Anything you can play with your hands that way around, in theory, you can play that way around. For me, the most common one is just straight singles. I find it easy to end it. So say I do, let's go sixes. So single stroke 7 is what I'm playing this. So hickory dickory dock. But I'm doing it this way around. But rather than grabbing the stick afterwards, I'm just going to press down at the end like that. Now at speed, you get away with that, right? So it's called parallel park. The sticks are pretty much parallel. Sometimes I tend to get a bit of an angle like that for certain rudiments as far as it feels like it bounces, but certainly wants to be somewhere between here and here. You don't want it opening up like that because then it becomes a big mess. So singles, I'd sit and practice. And I'd probably end by pressing down. We'll start with fives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, you can catch it up in the air and just pull it up off the head like that. Oops. But the key to these is how you get in and out of them. So trying to create interesting ways of getting in and out of it is part of the process. So what I like to do is find some way of getting my stick so that it's the wrong way around in this hand, because then when I place it on my arm, they're both playing the same way. If you try and do it where they're playing opposite ways, it is possible. It's a lot more difficult though to do it with the butt end of the stick. So I like to think of ways, it could be anything. It could be like, I could think of something that leads into it that means my stick's already moving. I could look like I'm hitting my stick so that it comes back round like that. I'm sure you'll come up with lots of ideas, all right? So parallel park, rest on the left hand. Then once you get comfortable with it, try different rudiments. Good fun. Parallel park, go try it. See you in the next video.